Um, are you ready to ramble with the unicorn fintechs for LATAM? Great, that's the energy. So today I have the pleasure to have with me these unicorns. And before that, I wanted to ask you, did you know that Latin America is the second largest region in the world after Asia Pacific in terms of growth in the payments business? So this is what we are going to be talking about. So I am your host today. I am Mario Hernandez, CEO and founder of Finvero, a marketplace for POS lending. And I have the pleasure to have today with me Amparo Nalvarte. Amparo is the CEO and co-founder of B89, and she is a successful serial entrepreneur. She comes all the way from Peru. So give her an applause, please. Then today we have also Sebastián Castro. Sebastián is president of Kushki, and well, Kushki is solving the payment ecosystem connection all around the region. So give, please, a warm applause to Sebastián, please. And last but not least, we have Adolfo Babatz. Adolfo is CEO and co-founder of Clip. And well, Clip, as you know, he's the solution for payments, not only merchants, but also business and e-commerce. So give Adolfo a warm applause, please. So let me know, how many of you have thought about making your own company sometime, or you are doing so in these days? How many of you? Raise your hand, please. Okay, so our colleagues today, I saw let's say a third of the audience. So our colleagues today are going to tell us about what motivates them personally to start up their successful businesses, their successful startups. So first, ladies first, Amparo, what was your personal motivation that inspired you to start with B89?
Okay, so hello everybody, thanks for being here. When I finished university, I created my first startup, Kushki. It was a payment gateway. So I was an entrepreneur. I had my salary as trainee, and I wanted to get my first credit card. So I went all around different banks asking for my credit card, and no one gave me one card. No one gave me the chance to be, to promote or to tell them that I am a good payer. So I said okay, if I have a job, if I have finished university, how can I demonstrate that I'm a good payer? I didn't have had the chance to do that. So that's what motivated me to start B89, because after 7 years that I sold my company, I said okay, there is still a problem. People that want to have a credit card, they don't have financial information, they don't have the opportunity to prove that they are good payers, so why not? Let's do that. Let's do something to solve this. That's why B89 was born.
Super, Amparo, inspiring motivation. What about you, Sebas? What was that drives you to make your unicorn possible?
Thanks Mario, and hope that everyone's having a good time today in Money 2020. It's actually funny because I was here at the very first Money 2020 now 10 plus years ago. And at the time, my partner and I had a company called Leaf, which was an early entrant into the MPOS space. And after we sold that company, we turned our eye back to Latin America, where we're originally from, and kind of realized that ex-Brazil, really the entire region had a very severe problem with payments access and being able to integrate easy APIs, libraries, SDKs, etc., to be able to take online and offline payments. The funny thing is that as we dug a little deeper and decided to start Kushki to fix this problem, it became clear that the real problem actually isn't the integration or onboarding part of payments in these markets. It's certainly nice to have a beautiful API that's easy to integrate, but the problem is actually much deeper. It's an infrastructure problem. And so fundamentally, most LATAM markets do not yet have developed or standardized infrastructures, very fragmented value chains in terms of how payments are processed. And Kushki was built to be able to be that single pipe, that single layer of infrastructure that connects LATAM through payments, and that's been our motivation since day one.
Super. And finally, Adolfo, what was that motivation out of your heart that made you start up?
I've been an extremely lucky person all my life, and I had the fortune to join PayPal back in 2008. My former boss here is in the audience, and I had the fortune of joining them and being employee number 3 for Latin America. So I was tasked with the job of opening up Mexico. I did some work also in Brazil, but my job was really Mexico. And then as a product manager, it was my first experience in payments, like many other people probably in this room, with PayPal. So PayPal was the company that actually taught me how this works, right? And through that, and my trips to Mexico, going back and forth between the Bay Area and Mexico, I was able to see firsthand how difficult it was to accept payments for a merchant, either online or offline, didn't matter. It was extremely difficult. And I think that is the case in Latin America overall, and in most parts of the world. And number 2, in the case of Mexico, it was double hard than in the rest of the region. It has to do with the industry structure. So I would say that I was in the right place at the right time, surrounded by the right people. And when I saw the opportunity with the bravery that ignorance gives you, I just went ahead and left PayPal and started Clip to really solve a huge problem. And I think it's 10 years now since I started the company. And today, 2 out of 3 merchants that are onboarded into the Mexican payment system do it through Clip, do it through us. So it was a big opportunity, and it was a big pain point. And like I said, I had the luck of having really good teachers in PayPal that taught me about payments, that taught me about product development, that taught me about risk, and I applied those learnings to start and scale the company as to where it is today.
Great. Well, this point about the people and the timing, I guess, is everything, no?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you knew, but here we have 4 geographies: Mexico, Ecuador, Peru, and Spain. We are all originally from these countries. So we are going to talk about geographies in Latin America.